Very good morning, everybody. This is Dr. S.B. Akash, Professor of Commerce, Rani Chennamma University, Belgavi. Today, I come with a new topic that is soft skills and personality development. I think all of you might be aware the personality development plays a very significant role in individual life, professional life, or societal life, and whenever businessmen want to get success, needed certain personality, or whenever the professions like chartered accountant, lawyer, doctors, and even teachers, suppose they want to do uh, extraordinary things in their occupation, they needed the dynamic, the personality. Without the personality, we are unable to uh, do the better thing. Above all, we have a set of objectives, aspirations, ambitions, and also we have a certain compelling reason to do something, to do better, and to become different than others. So, in order to achieve these things, no, we require the personality. Uh, the personality based on skills. Whatever the good things come out from any individual, the purely based on the way in which he having the personality, or the way in which he having the skills. Skills are enhancing the personality. Skills are empowering the individuals. Skills are based for right actions. Skills are based for right decisions. And the skills are the sources for happiness, satisfaction, and lead the life smoothly. The first of all, I want to define what is the personality. Without understanding this, suppose we take a discussion on soft skills or different soft skills. Sometimes we are failing to understand exactly how to make relation between soft skills and personality development. So, personality development refers to combination of traits, thoughts, feelings, and behavior that makes person unique, uh, is known as the personality. From this, it is very obvious that personality, nothing but what? It is a combination of traits, as you know very well. We require different traits as a teacher. We require different traits as a businessman. Require different traits as an entrepreneur. Require different traits as a politician. Require different traits, and even different thoughts also require, feelings also require, and the behavior that is most important, because whatever the behavior come out from any individual like teacher, entrepreneur, politician, and even businessman, purely based on the traits or thoughts or feelings of the individuals. So whenever the individual having right traits, appropriate thoughts, and appropriate feelings, that may be ensures spare the behavior or right behavior as far as his work are concerned or his obligations are concerned. So this turn to achieve something, or this make him to better person. To it make him, I mean, it make them to become a better the human being, better person, or better businessman, better professional, like that. In other words, it is an organized pattern of behavior. It is an organized pattern of behavior and attitude that makes individual more unique. You see, organized pattern of behavior, organized things and unorganized things. A lot of differences are there. Like that, unorganized pattern of behavior, because society, very complex. Even whatever we want to undertake in society, that is very complex in nature. So organized behavior is very essential, because as a business man, no, he needed organized behavior, because business has to do many things. Uh, Among different things, one of the most important thing is what to sell the product, or retain the consumers. So this is only happening whenever the businessman having organized behavior. As a result of organized behavior, uh, outcomes are customer happiness. Outcomes are the convince to the customer why should use the product, how should use the product, and what are the benefit of the products. Okay, like that, because organized, whenever teacher having organized behavior in classroom, no, the outcomes are what? Outcomes are is always concentrating to talk on the topic, and not thinking to go behind the topic. He is always having great concern towards betterment of the student, and he always having great concern to convince to student a different angle. So this is helping empower the student, and same time teacher also become happy. So this turn to motivate the teacher to work hard, to do better, and to work more, like that. I hope all of you clear what is personality. From these two definitions, it is very clear that personality nothing but what? It is a combination of traits and thoughts, feelings. This turn to ensure organized behavior at workplace, or at workplace, or whenever human beings dealing with or dealings with other people. That is called as the personality. Personality, yeah. And the I said my core area is soft skills and personality development. So I want to say a little bit about skills. Then I will try to correlate how does skills are ensuring personality development. How does skills are helping the individual to become a unique person, or become a unique the personality. So skill is an ability to carry out a task within a given amount of time, is said to be called as skill. Skill nothing but what? It is a ability. As a teacher, I have certain skill. As a carpenter, he has certain skill. As a uh, businessman, he having different skills. As an ordinary man, requires certain basic skills. Then only is able to happy with the society, happy with the people, and the politicians also have different the skills. So that is no skills are improving the ability. Skills nothing but what? The ability of the individual through which the individual is able to uh, discharge their obligations and uh, attain their own the objectives. That is called as a skill. There are two important types of skills. One is hard skill, and another one is soft skill. Uh, Hard skills are skills acquired by individual from the educational qualifications. That is called as hard skill. I mean, whenever we have degrees like BCom, MCom, MSc, MBA, BA, and BSc, and MBBS, engineering, and any other degrees, from that we are able to acquire certain hard skills. certain hard skills. That is called as hard skill. Because whenever we have training in a particular area, in that area we are able to gain many hard skills. For example, whenever we have the become degree, or whenever we pass the chartered accountant exam, or any other commerce related degrees, we are able to gain some hard skills like accounting skills, tax management skills, management skills, finance management skills, marketing management skills, resources management skills, and customer management skills, stakeholder management skills, and also we are able to know how to manage the scarce resources. So these are hard skills. These skills not find in case of BSc degree holder or BA degree holder, because they are not studying the business literature. And the commerce students are studying business literature. They are able to gain more knowledge about many things like I said already. What are the skills actually the commerce students acquire from commerce education? So this is called as, or this type of skills are called as hard skills. So engineer, once we complete the engineering degree, we have certain engineering skills. Once we have MBBS degree, we have uh, that skills, how to treat the patient and what type of medicine should be given for particular diseases. And also we are able to say why diseases occur, what are the reasons for that. Okay, like that, that type of skills are called as hard skills. I don't want to spend much on this. Then next is what is soft skill? Soft skill are a combination of life skills, social skills, and set of traits that is called as soft skill. Soft skill, nothing but what? It is a combination of social skills, life skills, and a series of personal traits that are unique as compared to others. So soft skills, no, helping the individual to enhance the ability of hard skills. So soft skills helping the individual to work uh, in a particular field or occupation according to expectations of the organization as well as the stakeholders. Without having soft skills, it is very difficult to uh, prove ourselves as a better employee, or as a better human being, as a better teacher, as a better professional. So soft skills, no, soft skills are very, very important as far as uh, to perform better uh, as a responsible person in organization now. And why? And what are the relevance of the soft skills? Because whatever skills we want to develop, some reasons are there. Because already I said, soft skills are based for better performance. Soft skills are based for good relation. Soft skills are based for happiness. Soft skills are based for joining hand with others. Soft skills are based for thinking broader sense. Soft skills are based for to develop the society like that. But whenever we have soft skills, no, we have many good things because soft skills make uh, us more dynamic and resourceful. You think as an employee of a particular organization, the organization is thinking employees should dynamic and resourceful. Once you have appropriate soft skills, no, from that you are able to become dynamic and resourceful. As a result of this, you are able to contribute a lot towards betterment of the organization. At the same time, organization also giving back something to your betterment. At improve the soft skill, improve the competitive ability. We are in the era of globalization. Tough competition is there, and only the quality of product is surviving. Our quality peoples are having chance to get the job. So whenever we have soft skills, which helps us to develop the competitive ability, and it avoids the conflicts and misunderstanding. It ensures fair and acceptable behavior at workplace in society, and it helps to attain personal goals and personal aspirations, and it also helps to discharge personal obligations, professional obligations, make more friendly and social human being. This is also very very important because we are human beings. We should stay in society. Without society, we can't live happily. Uh, so soft skills are very essential, and the soft skills no ensures make friendly and social human being, ensures name and the payment. These are the many, these are the good outcomes as a result of we having the soft skills. So with the people needed to concentrate on development of skills, including hard skill as well as soft skills, that are really help us to become a capable and competent and unique the personality. There are different soft skills. Here, I want to discuss briefly some important soft skills. But at the beginning, I said there is a close relation with soft skills and personality development, and skills and personality development, because the personality nothing but what, without having any hurdles. Suppose we attain our objectives, we discharge our obligations, that is called as the personality. So once we have soft skills no, that facilitates to attain the predetermined things or predetermined obligations or the purposes like that. Uh, First soft skill is what self-awareness. How does self-awareness is a soft skill? How does self-awareness is soft skill? Because without awareing surroundings, without awareing our rights and obligations, without awareing our professional obligations, without having knowledge about what are the rights and what are the obligations, is it really helping you to move in a right direction? Is it helping you to achieve your end stated goals? That is not possible now. Because of lack of awareness, many people are undertaking bad things. Whenever people are misleading, like anything, suppose we don't have awareness to distinguish between right action, right that advice and wrong advice, we are always behind the wrong advice. As a result of that, we are suffering like anything. Ultimately, we are not able to achieve anything. So, self awareness is very, very important. What is self awareness? Self awareness, nothing but what? Knowledge of situation or fact. That is called as self awareness. So, why self awareness? Already I said uh, there are many uh, reasons that are responsible for self awareness. But few more things I want to share with you. I mean, that self-awareness is needed to understand about rights and obligations. This is very essential Otherwise, people exploiting like anything. Without having knowledge of rights and obligations, we are not discharge our obligation. As a family member, we should understand what are our obligations and what are the things we require to do to attain the family requirement or betterment of the family. So obligations are what are the things actually we need it as far as the societal the activities are concerned. And what are the things, I mean, what are the obligations we are required to discharge as an employee of a particular organization? Because suppose we're not aware properly and not practice that is properly as an employee of organization, and you are not able to discharge your obligation, at the end you are unable to retain with the particular job. So like that, therefore, understand about rights and obligations, because rights are helping us to discharge our obligations. I mean, for example, any employees you take, suppose employee not know his right, is not able to get the required things from the organization. So once he aware his right, is asking the whatever things actually is required or whatever things is actually required extended by the organization or whatever things the organization required to provide, no, that thing should be get by the employee. Only is able to get from the organization or from society or from government whenever he having right awareness about his rights. So the awareness are needed to know our rights and obligations, know our strength and weaknesses. This is very, very, very important because we are the human beings. We are always having high ambitions, high the goals. So whatever goal, if you want to clear the competitive exam, I think everybody wants to get the employment. So we have certain uh, in addition to that, we have many other objectives. So, in order to achieve that, you should know what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses. Suppose if you not away from weaknesses, you are unable to clear the competitive exam. You are unable to achieve the end stated goals. Ultimately, you are suffering like anything. Therefore, once we know our plus point and weaknesses, that is helping us to move in a right direction. I mean, we're able to overcome the weaknesses that turn to achieve our predetermined things. And it also helping us to undertake the right things. It avoid the, or it facilitates to individual to avoid the wrong things, because uh, unawarely we are undertaking certain things, that things may be right or wrong, but suppose wrong things, no, that is not good for the individuals. And so that awareness helps us to know about society, what is society, why society is like this, what are the good things of the society, what are the bad things of the society. Okay, like that these are the uh, things maybe come out, or these are the reasons that are responsible for self-awareness. And once we have proper awareness, the what are the outcomes? There are many good outcomes. Right actions also come out whenever we have awareness from our side, and right decisions, satisfactions also taking place, better performance, and attain objectives. In addition to these things, no, many good outcomes as a result of self-awareness. And next is communication skill. This is also very, very important. Without communication, there is no action. Where actions are there, there is a communication. Communication is important in day-to-day life, in professional life, and even the whatever organization wants to do, the organization is require proper communication among different level. I mean, organization means maybe employee is also part of that, activity is also part of that. So the communication is very, very important as far as to do things in a better manner. So what is communication? It refers exchange of information between two or more than two, between different level. Different types of communications are there: verbal communication, written communication, or maybe the oral communication. Okay, like that. Different types of communications are there. Appropriate the communications is very, very important. I mean, we have to develop the communications. I mean, communication skills. Uh, Country like India, no, a series of caste is there, communities are there, and even different states are there, and different states having different languages. So whenever we have the communication skills, no, through which we are able to survival in any place in country as well as the world. So suppose we want to improve the communication in particular area, uh, we should dedicate it ourselves. I mean, uh, we should read more and more, watch English news. Or for example, suppose we want to improve the communication, English communication, we should read more and more English newspaper and watch English news or stories or that movies. So through this, we are able to acquire the English knowledge skills. So that is a common language for the global business or global activities, because the English is, or whenever we have knowledge about English, we are able to survive in any the place. And suppose if you want to strengthen your communication skill, you should always conversation with your friends, neighbors, teachers, and sometimes yourself also. Because suppose if you having conversation with yourself, that is not wrong, because your intention is to uh, get the more knowledge in a particular area. So and also writing more and more, because whenever you are involved in writing in English or Kannada or Hindi or any other languages, no, you are able to get mastery over that. Once you have mastery over that, no, really that is helping you to be a better person. So different ways are there, but already I said some important things should be kept in mind while improving our communication. But we needed organized effort as far as to improve the communications are concerned. Whatever skills we want to develop, that is not possible to develop in one night. I mean, it is not possible to develop immediately. It's required time and it's required effort. It's required the constant work. And next is listening skill. Listening. Listening also part of soft skill, that is directly or indirectly improve the ability of the individual. What is listening? Listening means the ability of receive the message effectively is said to be called as listening. All of you experience, I hope all of you experience that whenever we are speaking with other, we are not having patience to listening the word of others. So that is no, that is not good for us to improve ourselves. Once we properly hearing the what is saying, what is pronouncing, and what then only we are able to react properly. Without understanding the pulses. Suppose if you immediately react, no, sometime we fail to get required things. Therefore, listening is very, very important as far as to develop the personality are concerned. For example, you take as a boss of the organization has to do many things during the course of business. He has to take many decisions. So once he having the patience to listening the words of the subordinate or consumers or other stakeholders, then only is able to take right decision. Suppose is not consider the voice of the stakeholders, he perform the activities. Do you think the business organization able to perform activities properly? Do you think the business organization remain with profitable organization long time? So that is not possible now. So listening is the way to handle the situation. Listening is the way to acquire the knowledge. Listening is the way to improve the ability of the individual. Listening is the way to empower the individuals. Therefore, we should develop the listening ability. And what are the possible ways we have to strengthen the listening ability? You should talk less, listen more, ask questions, concentration, and interest to learn. Whenever you have ability to listen, talk less, you are able to receive. And whenever necessary is there, the time should interact. Talk less helps us to listen more. Whenever we ask question, that helps us to understand more about concept or that subject or matter. So that is no helping us to strengthen ourselves to act or to defend or to say this is right or wrong. So these are the important things should be kept in mind to develop the listening skill. And next is right attitude or attitude. Right attitude is very essential. I said no. We are part and parcel of society, or we are part and parcel of any organization. We are part and parcel of family. We have to live together. We have to work together. We have to uh, help each other. We have to join our voice with the right things. So when it is possible, how it is possible? So whenever we have the right attitude, these are the things are the possible. So what is attitude? Attitude is a way of feeling towards particular things. Attitude is a way of feeling towards particular things. It may be right, or it may be negative, or it may be positive. That is called as attitude. So whenever whenever we have not rightly aware about particular things, we have wrong attitude towards that. Whenever we have uh, awareness about particular things, definitely we are saying rightly, or we are uh, acting fairly. In some cases, I mean, 10% of the people, they know very well, they are aware very well that things are wrong, even though they are practicing because of many reasons. That is that may be because of that because of selfishness that people are undertaking things like that. So the attitude, no attitude always make difference. as far as our actions are concerned, thoughts are concerned, and contributions are concerned. The way in which the people are supporting like anything to a particular individual because of what? Because of the attitude. And I want to explain this skill uh, with the help of John Harris example. John Harris divided four life position like I am right, you are wrong. I am wrong, you are right. I am wrong, you are wrong. I am right, you are right. So four life positions. I mean, the peoples are fall under the four life position. Suppose any human being fall under first life position, like I am right, you are wrong. Do you think it is a right attitude? It is not right attitude. Whenever we having attitude like this, it is clearly indicates that we have superiority complex. I mean, we are not hearing the voice of others. Always we are saying what I am saying right. We should simply follow. Do you think it is right? That is not right. Because as a businessman, not able to do all the things individually. He requires support from employees, requires support from owners, and support from other stakeholders. Suppose any individual fall under this category is failing to grow himself, failing to handle the situation properly. Yeah. So this is not right attitude. And second life question is I am wrong, you are right. It is entirely reverse of first life position. I am wrong, you are right. So whenever people having feelings like this, they are fall under inferiority complex. Whenever we have inferiority complex, we are always thinking negatively. Even we don't have the we don't have believed on our strength. Only simply we are thinking negative, negative, negative. As a result of that, many bad outcomes are. During the Corona era, no, the peoples are thinking negatively about Corona. As a result of that, many peoples are dying like anything. Because I am wrong. Once we have attitude like this, no, we are not able to do anything. Even whatever strength you have, that strength become weaknesses. That strength become weaknesses. Whenever we have more weaknesses, we are not able to survive it. Because once you have right awareness, once you have right practices, because corona is a deadly virus, you know, and me know from scientists. But thing is what they said, that should be practiced. No? Once we have right attitude, we are practicing that. Suppose oh, suppose we are saying I am wrong, you are right. We are not practicing that. I mean, whatever that advice given by the uh, medical authorities, that are not practicing. Ultimately, we are losing things or many things. Sometimes we are not able to survive. So right things are. So this is not right life position. Even though whenever we having life position like this, no, we are always trying to achieve our own goals through back door, not front door, because we are always behind the big boss. Whatever big boss is saying, yes, yes, yes. And these people are not hesitate to undertake activities beyond the existing rules and regulations. They are always thinking behind the rules and regulation. They are always trying to work for their own betterment. But this is not forever. This is not good for society. Like that. And third life position is I am wrong. You are wrong. This is also similar to I am wrong. You are right. Both here, both are saying I am wrong. You are wrong. It means they are having insecurity. They are having a negative feeling. They are not. They don't know their strength. They're only thinking about their weaknesses. They are not society. They are not thinking. That world is a big. They are thinking world is very small. We are unable to live in the society. We are helpless. We can't do anything. Simply, we should beg. So that type of life position is not right attitude. And last life position is I am right. You are right. So this is right life position. You see, once you say I am right, you are right. The whatever the outcome from this what are the outcome from this? As a human being, once you say I am right, you are right. The outcomes are the fair behavior. Outcomes are treating all people equally. Outcomes are considering the interests of other people. Outcomes are acting within the rules and regulations. Outcomes are we are the people, we are the human beings, we have every right in the society. Whoever may be born on the land, they have equal rights. So, like that, that is very, very important. This type of attitude are very, very important. Uh, all religions should adopt this. All people should adopt this. So outcomes are good. Outcomes are fair things in the society. And the what are the ways of developing right attitude? I said the relevance of right attitude. Uh, there are different ways to develop the right attitude. Like you should be conscious. I means once we are conscious, no, that help us to make difference between good things and bad things, right things and wrong things, right actions and wrong actions. And you should be realistic. Once you are realistic, no, you are always speaking in realistic way. You are not speaking unrealistic things. You are only speaking exactly uh, about particular things, or you are practicing the right things whenever you are realistic. Be scientific. Should not accept things without scrutinizing or without verifying. Be scientific. Whatever the people are saying, you should not accept that. You should think twice whether it is right or wrong. If right, how it is right, what way it is right, how it is helping, and okay, like that. Be scientific, because sometimes no, the people are practicing unscientific things. As a result of that, many bad outcomes as far as progress of society are concerned, or even some people are getting by practicing unscientific things. But most 90% or 99% of people are exploiting. And be positive, stop worrying, and broad-minded. Okay, these are the some important things helping us to develop the right attitude. And next is time management. Time management also very essential because time is not in our hand. Time is going like anything. So we the people required to do something in right time, because it is also not in our hand. Whatever we want to do, we should do properly at right time, at right place. Then only there are good outcomes. So time management is playing very significant role in individual life to achieve anything. Uh, as a student, no, if you want to achieve anything in your life, you require uh, value the time and utilize the time properly, and always make plan, uh, do the things in particular the period. Then you are able to get something in a better manner. I mean, you are able to become unique than others as far as knowledge are concerned, performance are concerned, and even the marks are concerned. Like that. So, what is time management? Time management, nothing but ability to use time effectively uh, at workplace, or even other than workplace is said to be called as time management. And what are the ways we have to improve the time management skills? Or we have to adopt certain things. I mean, certain ways that are helping the individual to utilize the time properly. You should be conscious. I hope uh, whenever we are, I hope all of you away. Whenever we are having conscious, no, that helps us to make difference between right actions and wrong actions. I mean, it is helping us to utilize the time properly, manage the time properly. Because you go through the history of big people, sir, they are not spending single minute unnecessarily. They are always thinking fruitfully, properly, and working. Okay, of course, rest is required. The rest is required. Too much rest is leads to rest. So that is no. You should be conscious. In order to utilize the time, you should be conscious and system. You make the systematic plan. Once you have systematic plan, that may help you. What should we do? Why should we do? And when should we do? How should we do? Okay, these are the things you come to know from the systematic plan. So that helps the individual to utilize the time, available time, optimally, properly, yeah. And know your objectives and goals. Because without knowing objectives and goals, no, suppose we are undertake the activities, sometimes we fail to do things the properly, effectively, yeah. And what are the outcomes of time management? There are many good outcomes, attainment of purpose of individuals. I mean, we are able to attain our own purpose, goals, or aspirations, and happiness also taking place. Because whenever we have time management, as a result of that, we are able to do better. Whenever we are able to do better things as a result of good achievement, whenever we have achievement, that leads to happiness. So time management ensures happiness and smooth leading of life and earning the name and fame in the society. So these are the good outcomes as a result of time management. And next is self confidence. So self confidence also very important, no? Because whatever knowledge we have, whatever ability we have, whatever money we have, and whatever support we have, suppose we don't have self confidence, is it helping us to do the things effectively, properly? That is not possible. So, as a teacher job is what teach. Teacher job is what convince the students. Teacher job is what to attain the requirement of students. But the whatever knowledge teachers having, the whatever environment teachers having, suppose teacher not having confidence, do you think teacher presenting the things properly? Do you think the teacher discharging his obligation towards student? That is not possible. Because you see, whenever we have confidence, no, without preparations also we can manage properly. You see, the politicians speaking uh, that confidently as compared to others. Because of what? Because of they having self confidence. Whatever that I mean, politicians are required to take part in different programs. So they are speaking like anything because they are not bothering what they are speaking. Simply they are speaking. So self-confidence, nothing but what? You should speak confidently, whatever you want to speak. Of course, sometimes we are failing to present the things rationally whenever we have confidence. But gradually, over a period of time, you become master. because whatever once you speak with confidence, no, whatever the words come out from you, no, that words are very powerful words, because confidence ensures you become rational, you become conscious. Okay, like that. Therefore, self confidence is very, very important. And ways to develop the self confidence, or what are the ways we have to develop the self confidence? Of course, self confidence plays a very dominant role in order to improve the ability of the individual. But what are the ways we have to develop the self confidence? Strong desire, positive thinking, and develop the strength, sound knowledge. So these are the things, no, helping to develop the confidence. Because whenever we have strong desire, that helps us to work. So as a result of that, we are that got experience. Once we have experience, that no leads to do things properly, effectively, like that. And positive thinking and acquire knowledge. Okay, these are some important things. Improving the confidence level of the individuals, and outcome of self-confidence. You should be once you have self-confidence, outcomes are you competent, you are happy, and better performance, and you are able to get success. Because everybody wants to get success, no? So success leads whenever we have the confidence. Suppose we don't have the confidence, no, we are not able to get success. And next is presentation skills. Presentation also plays a vital role yeah, in certain people life, like teachers are always required to present their views before the student, or the teacher always to teach, and politicians also required to present, and businessmen also required to present. The presentation, nothing but what we have to say something about the particular the aspects. Okay, it refers to the present the content of the topic before targeted audience properly is said to be called as presentation. But the presentation plays very important role as a uh, teacher. No, teacher role is what educate the student, develop the student knowledge, or maybe develop the student at different angles. So the we require to present the things. No, once we present the things properly, attain the student requirement. I mean, students able to be happy. Once they are happy, this turn to uh, retained by the organization of particular teacher or employees, like that. So presentation is plays vital role uh, in different. I mean, life of different peoples. So what are the ways we have to improve the effectiveness of presentation? Proper plan about presentation. Once we have plan, we are able to know what should be present, what should not be present, how much should be present, and the what language should be used to present. Proper preparation also leaves confidence to present the things. Adequate practices also helps us to present things properly. And eye contact. Whenever you want to speak before the big gathering, you should be eye contact is very essential. Eye contacts improve the confidence, and eye contact helping you to present the things rationally, properly, and uh, systematically. And next is avoid arrogance. This is also one of the important negative the features of. Arrogance is one of the important negative the attitude of the individuals, because as you know very well, there are many arrogant peoples at workplace in society, and we are required to deal with peoples. No, some peoples are very arrogant. So as a result of that, you're not able to do anything, because suppose we want to earn the name or earn the name in the society. Suppose we want to gain the popularity among the people, no? We should away from arrogance. So, what is arrogance? Arrogance means, arrogance means a person have a feeling of superiority over others because I am right. What I'm saying, you should accept it. Okay, this type of attitude fall under arrogance. Because suppose uh, you take HR manager. HR manager job is what? To manage the people and that to get measurement from each employees and to keep all employees are happy. But suppose he is arrogant, he not hearing the voice of the subordinate, he don't know what are the problem being facing by the employee. And so that because of what? Because of arrogance. Arrogance is not helping the individual to get or to get the support. Arrogance is not helping to do the things properly. So we are failing to achieve our goals or achieve our objectives. We are failing to manage the things. So arrogance is not good that as far as the prosperity of the individual are concerned. So we should avoid the arrogance. So in order to avoid the arrogance, what are the things we have to do? You should act within the rules and regulation. You should be mature and caring and sharing nature should be a practice and a broad minded. Then you are able to come out from arrogance. And next is conflict management because conflicts are part and parcel of human being activities. Where peoples are there, there is a conflict. Where human beings are there, there are different conflict because each human beings have one set of values, set of beliefs, and set of that objectives. But above all, the human beings are selfish in nature because always they wanted to get the benefit themselves only. They're not tolerating uh, to grow other peoples. So, okay, some cases, some peoples are very good. They are allowing everybody to develop, but some certain percent, maybe 10% or 5% like that, that peoples are always concentrating themselves to develop. So, whatever it is, what I'm going to tell here, there are the conflicts among people at workplace that is not good as far as to discharge our obligation are concerned to do better. So conflict nothing but what? Opposition or disputes between persons at workplace or between community or between society or among politicians. That is called as conflict. So why the conflicts arise? There are many reasons. Conflicts arise between employer and employee because of what? Suppose employee not perform well, the employee unhappy. As a result of this, conflict arises. And stress and anxiety also another important reason for conflicts because stress leads uh, the conflicts. I mean, as a result of stress, we are not able to concentrate. We are not able to do things properly. So, behaving out of rules and regulation. Conflict arises because of what? Whenever we are behaving out of rules and regulation, because that is wrong things. Whenever we undertake wrong things, there are many the bad outcomes. Uh, more, more expectations. Whenever we have more expectations, that also leads to conflicts. So these are the some important reasons that are responsible for conflict. Of course, the nature of conflict decides the reasons. I mean, conflicts may be differ from place to place, region to region, person to person. So there are many specific reasons for conflict, but these the points helping us to understand exactly how does the conflicts arise, why conflicts arise, and sometimes lack of understanding also leads conflicts between two person or between community or people like that. And what are the ways we have to uh, avoid the conflicts? Negotiation. Through negotiation, we can avoid the conflicts. Mediation, conciliation, and arbitration. So these are the some important things helps to avoid that. conflicts. And next important skill is leadership skills. Leadership skill also plays vital role in individual. It is not found in all human beings. It is found in some peoples only. So what is leadership? Leadership is leader is a person who convince other people to follow is said to be called as leader. Uh, uh, there are different the factors that are influencing the individual to become a leader. I mean, what are the things actually we require to develop leadership skills? We require proper vision and mission, and we require communicative ability. We require management skills. We require the ability to influence others, and caring and sharing nature, and inspire others, and adequate knowledge. These are the some important things we require to develop the leadership skills. Because everybody having own that leadership skill. But suppose if you want to lead the people, you require these are the things. Because leadership skill help us to become a competitive man and powerful man. The leadership skill empower us ourselves to uh, attain our own or require things. And last skill is what problem solving skill. This is one of the important skill. The skill should be required to develop by the individual, because we are the people. We have many problems. Every day we are facing problem. The problem may be different. Maybe students are facing different problem, teachers are facing different problem, and the rich people are facing different problem. Poor people are facing different problems, and even managers. I think management people are also facing different problem. Whatever it is, but whenever we have problem solving skill, that leads to improve the personality. Uh, problem solving skill, nothing but what it is a systematic process of finding solution to uh, overcome the problems or to away from complex issues. That is called as problem solving skill. Problem solving skill, nothing but what, or it refers to process of finding solution to difficult things or difficult issues or complex issues. That is called as problem solving skills are. So there are different ways to solve the problems, or to come out from problems, to away from problems, like understand the problem properly. So in order to solve the problem, we should understand properly. uh, in order to gather the information. Once you gather the information, you will able to know why problem arise, what are the reasons for that, and what is the magnitude of the problem, or like that, and analysis the information and find out the develop the ones after analysis. No, we should find out the alternatives, and among alternatives should we select best one. That leads to away from the problems. So these are the some important things should be kept in mind as far as solving the problems are concerned now. Before going to wind up, once again, I want to recap what so far as I have discussed. So far as I have discussed different things like what is personality, and what do you mean by personality development, and what are the soft skills, and what is hard skill, how does soft skills are really helping the individuals to develop the personality. Yeah. So soft skills are very very important as far as to strengthen ourselves, to become competent, and to become a good man, to become a likable man. As a politician, once you have soft skills, the people are liking like anything. And as a teacher, once you have soft skills is convincing the students and attracting the student and getting the support from students, getting the support from society. So what I'm going to tell here, we the people require soft skills and along with the hard skill, then only we're able to do better. I hope what I have discussed so far is that all of you understood. Thank you one and all. Thank you.